This is the video for Note 6.3, different forms of linear equations. The first one says, convert each equation from slope-intercept form into standard form. Remember, standard form is ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c are all whole numbers, and a must be positive. Number 1, y equals negative 1/2 x minus 7. Remember, we are going to ax plus by equals c, so we are wanting the part with x to be first. So I'm going to move the negative 1/2 x to the other side of the equation. Since it's negative, I can move it by adding. Plus 1/2 x on both sides. On the right side, that makes 0, so it cancels out. On the left side, x and y are not like terms, so I can write the part with x first, positive 1/2 x plus y is equal to 7. This is almost in standard form, but remember, in standard form we have to have whole numbers. To get rid of this fraction, I can multiply by the denominator. So I am multiplying everything by 2. 2 times 1/2 x makes 1x. 2 times y is 2y is equal to 2 times 7 is 14. This is now in standard form. ax plus by equals c, with a being 1, b being 2, and c being 14. Number 2, y equals 2x minus 7. I'm going to standard form, so I need the part with x to be first. There's no distributing, no like terms, so I'm going to move my variable. It's positive, so I can move it by subtracting. Minus 2x on both sides. The part with x is going first, so I have a negative 2x because it was subtracting. Positive y is equal to negative 7. This is almost in standard form, but remember that a must be a positive number. In order to get rid of the negative, I can multiply by negative 1. When I multiply, I have to multiply everything. So remember, when we multiply by negative 1, this effectively changes the sign of everything. So this gives me positive 2x, negative times negative makes positive. Negative 1 times y is negative 1y, or just minus y, equals negative 1 times negative 7 is positive 7. And now we are in standard form. Remember, at any time you can pause or rewind this video. Moving on to number 3. Convert each equation from point slope to standard form. So again, we are still going to standard form, ax plus by equals c, where we have to have whole numbers and a has to be positive. But this time we're starting in point slope form. So remember, if I'm thinking, don't call me after midnight, I start with distributing. Y minus 2 is equal to negative 4 over 5x, and then negative 4 over 5 times 15 makes negative 12. I want to try to get my like terms together first here. So I'm going to add 2 to each side, and it looks like I am going to slope-intercept form. Negative 4 over 5x, negative 12 plus 2 is negative 10. So currently, I am in y equals mx plus b. However, I want to go to standard form. We're going all the way to standard form. So in standard form, I need the part with x to be first. So to move that to the other side, to move my variable, I'm going to do plus 4 over 5x since it was negative. Plus 4 over 5x. This gives me positive 4/5 x plus y is equal to negative 10. Remember, our rule for standard form is that we must have all whole numbers. So to clear that fraction, to get rid of the fraction, we are going to multiply by the denominator, which is 5. And when we multiply, we have to do it like we're distributing. We multiply everything. So 4 over 5x times 5 gives us 4x. plus 5 times y, or 5y, is equal to 5 times negative 10 is negative 50. So this is now standard form. We have no fractions, all whole numbers, and our a value is positive. So notice it's okay for the last number to be negative. Only a has to be positive. Number 4, y plus 4 is equal to 2/3 times x minus 3, beginning with distributing. Y plus 4 equals 2/3 times x. 2/3 times negative 3 is minus 2. I want to get my like terms together, so minus 4 on both sides. Y is equal to 2/3 x. Negative 2 minus 4 is negative 6. We are now in y equals mx plus b. From here I could tell you the slope and the y-intercept, but we want to go to standard form. So standard form, I need my part with x to be first. 2/3 x is positive, so to move it to the other side, to move it to the front of this equation, I need to subtract. Minus 2/3 x on both sides. Negative 2/3 x plus y is equal to, left over I have negative 6. Lastly, I've got to make sure that this follows the rules of standard form, which was that we have to have that we have to have whole numbers, so I have to multiply by the denominator, which was 3, and the a value has to be positive. To get this a value to be a positive number, we need to multiply it by a negative, so I'm going to multiply by negative 3, because a negative times a negative makes a positive. Negative 3 times negative 2/3 x leaves us with 2x. Negative 3 times y is negative 3y, is equal to negative 3 times negative 6 makes positive 18. This is now in standard form. ax plus by is equal to c. Moving to the back. Numbers 5 and 6 say write each equation and then convert it to standard form if needed. So if it's not already in standard form, we are going to standard form. On each of these, we will need to think about what type of information we are given and therefore where we need to start. Number 5 says a line with a slope of 2, so it gives us m, and a 0 of 5. Remember that a 0 means an x-intercept. So this is the ordered pair 5, 0. We cannot start in y equals mx plus b because b is only the y-intercept. So we have to start in point-slope form. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. The x1 and the y1 are the x and y values from our ordered pair. So y minus 0 is equal to m, our slope, 2, times x minus x1, or x minus 5. We need to get this into standard form, so into ax plus by equals c. We will start with distributing. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 5 is minus 10. And really, we don't need to have minus 0 there. So we'll just have y equals 2x minus 10. This is in y equals mx plus b. This is in slope-intercept, but we are going all the way to standard form. To be in standard form, I need the part with x to be first. So to move 2x to the other side of the equation, since it's positive, we will subtract minus 2x and minus 2x. Negative 2x plus y is equal to negative 10. You will be tempted to stop here, but remember, a must be positive. The coefficient of x must be a positive number. So to make it positive, without changing anything else, we can multiply by negative 1. This will change the sign. Negative 1 times negative 2 is positive 2x. Negative 1 times y is negative 1y. And negative 1 times 10 makes positive 10. So in standard form, our equation is 2x minus y is equal to 10. Number 6, a line passes through the point 3, negative 4, and has a slope of 2 over 3. We are given a point, and we are given a slope. That tells us we need to start again in point-slope form. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. The y value from our ordered pair is -4, so y minus -4, or y plus 4, is equal to m, or slope, 2/3 times x minus x1, or minus 3. Currently we are in point-slope form. We need to go to standard form. I will start with distributing. Y plus 4 is equal to 2/3 x. 2/3 times -3 is -2. I need to get my like terms together, so I'm going to move this +4 to the other side. It's positive, I subtract to make 0, and I do the same thing to its like term on the other side, -4. Y is equal to 2/3 x, -2 minus 4 is -6. Standard form, we need the part with x to be in front. So to move positive 2/3 x to the other side, it's positive, we will subtract -2/3 x. -2/3 x plus y is equal to -6. We must have whole numbers, and a has to be positive. To meet those two conditions, I need to multiply by the denominator to get rid of my fraction, and in order to make a positive, I need to multiply by a negative. -3 times -2/3 makes positive 2x, -3 times y is -3y, and -3 times -6 gives us positive 18. Our equation is now in standard form. Last one, number 7, says Emery has X books that weigh 2 pounds each and Y books that weigh 3 pounds each. The total weight of his books is 18 pounds. So we know that our total is 18. We know we have 2 types of books, and when we are totaling, we are adding things together. X books weigh 2 pounds each, so 2 times however many books we have, plus Y books that weigh 3 pounds each, 3 times however many of those books we have. 2x plus 3y is equal to 18. We want our equation to be in standard form, and this one actually already is, because we have ax plus by equals c. We have whole numbers, and a is positive. This concludes the video to note 6.3.